lot of 3D films, like many Marvel films especially, it feels like I'm wearing 3D glasses and watching a 2D film.
Initially, for people, 3D means everything coming out of screen. That is the 3D experience. But that trend is changing. You have to roto each hair,
Oh my
each
god.
subject, each nose,
Okay.
ears, everything.
How do you make sure that it doesn't strain the eye or
There
the...
is something called as interocular distance.
What's the ideal time span to convert a 2-hour feature film into... Kiran, hi. So when they told me that there's an interview regarding 3D conversion, I was very excited. But you have a flight to catch in 2 hours, so we'll keep it short. So you come from Race 3D, and you guys did India's first film 3D conversion in the form of Sholay. Now you are converting HanuMan into 3D. They give you the file. Where does it start? Where does the process start?
When we get the file, it will be mostly base graded file.
Which file?
Base graded file from the DI. Okay, so from there itself, our process start. The first process is like we do something called as depth budgeting. We understand which portion of the movie should have more depth, which should have a little less depth.
You mean in the frame? Within the frame?
In the movies, full movie.
But it varies, no?
Yeah, edit will be there, right? So we'll understand the edit. We'll understand the main portions of the movies first. That is how we see. If everything is coming out of the screen, that won't be good. So we will allocate, we'll section the movies like that.
Okay.
After that, we'll start something called as rotoscopy. Rotoscopy means like you'll have to draw each and every characters, each and every objects in every frame. Then we'll have to do paint, mapping, like almost 7 to 8 process goes on every frame of the movie.
Please tell me about what are all the processes?
Okay, so like there is rotoscopy. After that, there is paint.
What is paint?
Paint
Rotoscopy is basically etching out the character, right?
Yeah, character.
Differentiating between
See,
the
when we get the
subject
files,
and-
it will be flat file.
Right.
There won't be any depth in it.
Right.
So how to make the depth in that? We'll have to draw the characters, then we'll have to remove it. Then it is like layer by layer we are, we'll have to make the background, and the next layer we have to bring the another layer what is in the BG. Like that we do. For this we'll have to rotoscope.
For each frame, no?
Every frame. Okay. After that, camera gives you only one information, right? Only one image is there. So like imagine in real life you are watching in 3D, because we have 2 eyes, 2 images are there. See, if I close my eyes like this, I am missing out this information. If I close this eye, I am missing this information. When 2 eyes information come, then the brain process, that's how you read the depth. But how camera will only give you one. Then the other one we will have to create it. That also is the next step. I'll have to make 2 images. Then we'll have to do mapping we have done. Then we have to do VFX. See, VFX in the sense like all the elements which is coming out of the screen, that all we are doing. Stereo VFX is another VFX. It's not like normal VFX.
The film already involves VFX portions, right?
Yes.
Can't you like roto that and
most of the movies VFX finishes towards the end. So we cannot wait till the entire thing is finishing. So we will roto and keep the characters and other portions, and whatever VFX also we can make, we will make. But for movies which is heavily VFX oriented, right? So there will be a lot of out of screen things. So we cannot use the same VFX. We'll have to create our own VFX.
Like the pop-outs.
Pop-outs, sometimes arrow coming out, spears coming out, bullets coming out, ambers, smoke, explosions. So that all, we have to create it by ourselves. For stereo VFX is another department which we have. Then we have to do the coloring. So stereo coloring is different from normal coloring, because like if the explanation is like in front of the projector, there is something called as a modulator, which is splitting the images into left and right and throwing it to the silver screen. Okay, the silver screen reflects light in a different way than the white screen reflects, right? Then after the reflection, it comes to your eyes where you are wearing a glass. That glass will have a tinge, like a gray or bluish tinge will be there. So 3 places the color is changing. One is the modulator, which is making the color a little darker. Then it is hitting a silver screen. Whereas the coloring for the DI, where the DI is done, it is mostly on a white screen. It's not silver screen. So the way it reflects, color also can change. Then we are wearing a glass. That also reduces
the brightness,
yes.
right? Yeah.
So while doing the 3D movies, we'll have to think these 3 points. Then we do the coloring of the movie, which is a different process that also being done by us. So
I always had this doubt. Whenever I wear those 3D glasses,
Yeah.
automatically some frames they look very dark, right? So why don't you like find a way to increase the exposure?
no, it's not about exposures only. While we do the final grading, we keep the glass and we have our own system to do that, and we know where is the color changing, how much is changing. So we compensate that during our DI process, during our, and there won't be any color change when it comes to the theaters.
But is the process different for HanuMan? Because this is happening, the conversion is happening after all the VFX is done, right? Other films which, what do you call, let's say a film is being released, let's say this Friday, and you were working on the conversion process, that means VFX, all these things were happening simultaneously. But with HanuMan came
Already
out of a few years, it's been what, 2 years
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
right? So does the VFX process, does it remain the same even for this film?
VFX process is like VFX is already done and kept, right?
Yeah.
So
So you don't have to.
no, we have to do, because
Despite that.
despite of that we have to do all the stereo VFX by ourselves.
Okay.
Yes. So because imagine a shot where lot of particles are there flying. Okay. And that is like a flat file which we are receiving. So to make it into layers, we'll have to remove it, right? Then only I can make it into layers. During this process, we are removing a lot of things and we have to put it back. So that putting it back is being done by us. It's our VFX.
What's the time span? What's the ideal time span to convert a 2-hour feature film into?
See, whenever a movie, this is like the industry standard, that is how Hollywood follows. So whenever a movie is being planned and after shooting and editing and all, movie goes to the DI. From the DI, the file goes to the VFX, right, for their VFX work. That time itself, if we get the file, then it will be great. But most of the times in Indian movies, it never happens like that. Towards end only, all the decision will be taken. So by the time all the VFX is already done and pasted, and we will be getting flat files. So we'll have to work double or triple, but we are used to that now.
How many people worked on this?
HanuMan almost around 1,000, close to 1,000 people at work.
1,000 people.
Yeah.
And they're split into departments, I'm assuming, like roto department.
They are like
VFX
departments. Yes.
What are some other films that you worked on? Like Race 3D has like portfolio of some 70 films.
Yes.
They say it also says it's 2-time Emmy Award finalist. What are the other films? The international.
See, we recently did one work for James Cameron. It was Billie Eilish project.
Oh, right.
Just released.
That released in 3D, right?
Yeah, it's released in 3D.
Yeah.
Then 2 more IMAX projects is going on because of ND. I cannot tell the names of all those movies. Then we have done Akhanda 2 is released. Then before that Pushpa 2 we have done. But Indian movies, then there is a movie called as ARM.
ARM, I watched it in 3D.
Yes.
Very good work actually.
That was one of the best works, and it was highly appreciated. And the movie released in 2D and 3D at the same time, and the 3D collection was like humongous. The 3D occupancy was like almost 90%.
Yeah, I watched it in PVR. It was a good experience. Like the 3D didn't feel like, what do you call it?
That is our advantage.
It was good.
It was, see, we developed our own methods of conversion. It is not like a normal or regular conversion technique. We call it as a quantum conversion. And in that method, which we follow the pipeline, you will not feel strain in any single frame of the movie. That is why I could proudly say that our movies, you will never feel any strain while watching the 3D, or you will forget that you are wearing glasses.
Yeah. What are your favorite 3D films?
Of course, there is a movie called as Kuttichatan. Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
Jijo Sois. Jijo Sois.
Is that the first 3D film that you watched as a kid?
Yeah, everybody, that was the beginning of the 3D journey. So, and he is like a very respected person. He's from Kerala.
Yeah, I know that. Legendary.
Legendary. He's like a legend. So that is one of my favorite 3D movies. And it is initially he was believing in 3D short movies, but after seeing our conversion, he is very happy. Like it is much better. And I like Doctor Strange movies, Marvel.
Doctor Strange,
it's good. And that is converted movie. So everybody will have a confusion like this, like only short movies will be good in 3D, but it is not like that. all the big movies which you have seen experience in 3D, that is all converted movies, because
Very few are shot in 3D, right?
yes,
Very
only
few.
very few movies are shot in 3D, and while shooting in 3D, it has a lot of limitations as well, because we have to set up cameras left and right. We have to calibrate it twice. It takes a lot of time, and VFX adding is little problem towards the end. Then you can only shoot whatever is there, right? You cannot shoot. Most of the movies will be green screen, so you can only shoot characters, and remaining we have to convert.
Real.
So it's like conversion only. And in the advantage of 3D conversion is like we have the exact control of every elements in the frame. We can change the depth. Whereas in shooting, it's very difficult to change the depth after shooting. But in conversion, it's post-production work, right? I can design the shot. I can change the depth. That's how emotion works. That is why emotional connect will be more in converted movies.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why all the big movies are coming in converted format.
Few more 3D films that you felt did very good job with the conversion. I felt Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014. I think even though it was converted, it was pretty clear that the director envisioned a few shots for 3D.
Yes.
Like him picking a lot of things. Yeah.
If you pre-plan it, we can always enhance. But see, one more advantage with the conversion is that you don't need to plan much. See, total freedom should be given to the director. We should not interfere with the director's vision. You should not set the shot like this. That should not be like that. He should be able to do whatever in his mind. He know what he wants, right? So our work is after the shooting. It's post production, and that the conversion is an advantage for that. You don't need to restrict anything. But if you pre-plan certain shots, of course the experience will be much better. In HanuMan also, some of the shots are. Have you seen the glimpse which was released?
No, I haven't. I couldn't. I was supposed to be there at the event yesterday, but I couldn't.
Yeah. So even though it many shots was there, which seems to be like normal, people didn't expect it to look grand.
Right.
After seeing it, everybody felt that. Not just the HanuMan sequence I am talking about. Everybody is praising the HanuMan sequence towards the end of the movie. But there are too many other moments in the movie which maybe was not noticed or appreciated during the 2D content. But when it comes to 3D, everything comes into life.
Right.
Because 2D it is flat. We won't come to know. But when it comes to 3D, everything is separated.
Yeah.
So you will notice each and everything.
But there are a lot of 3D films, like many Marvel films especially. It feels like I'm wearing 3D glasses and watching a 2D film. Yeah. That happened a lot. Like I think I remember watching Captain America, Winter Soldier, Avengers was good again. Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, they did a good job. But many of these Captain America, Winter Soldier, this Captain Marvel, there were some films which felt like when text appears, I'm able to see the difference between the foreground and background. Yeah. So what is the difference between when the conversion process is happening? What is the difference between a good conversion and a bad conversion? What are the factors that differ?
Everything, see, I cannot tell bad about a movie or something like that. I won't go into that. But I will just tell you, everything depends on the time. Because there is no automation in this. See, when I get a movie, when I commit a movie, if you tell me to deliver it in 1 month, it's humongous task. Even though we have done
in a month?
In a month, it was like a humongous task.
Oh my God.
But we have to, more staff, like 1,000, 2,000 people has to work 24 hours. But we don't advise to do like that. We have to plan it. So this time frame is very much important for, getting the proper output. And the rotoscopy thing, like the drawing of the thing which I explained before, that has to be very precise.
It's manual, right?
It's manual.
Do you have like AI tools now?
AI is coming up. It is learning every second. Trillions of information is being fed. But as of now, for the 3D conversion, there is no AI. No, there is no AI.
Even for roto, even for individual processes.
Roto for VFX roto and stereo roto is entirely different. VFX roto, we can get the track. I don't want to explain too much, but
no, you can actually. I mean, we don't have time, but if you can give pointers, that would be helpful.
It will be like if you are seeing my face, okay. So VFX don't need too much of details on it, but when you are seeing it in 3D, my nose should be in front.
Exactly.
My eyes is little inside. My hair is little different places, right? So and most of the heroes, especially in Telugu heroes, I had seen like there is a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Most of the heroes has a lot of hair.
Yeah.
So you have to roto each hair,
Oh my
each
God.
subject, each
Okay,
nose,
okay.
ears, everything. And it is not just one character. There will be many characters. So we'll have to separate into layers, and each character, depending upon the importance, we have to roto. And this has to happen for the 2 lakh frames.
My.
Or maybe 2.5 lakh frames. So that is a humongous task. So if you have time, then the 3D will be always better. But we as a company, Raise 3D, after working with international projects over these years, we are only doing 3D. We are not doing anything else. For that, when we started conversion till now, we are excelling every second. We are putting a lot of effort, doing our R&D and our methods, and we reached a level where we are able to adjust with the industry. If at all the output is required in very less time, we change our pipeline, because there is no outside software or anything doing. We write our own methods, we write our own pipeline.
Okay,
So we evolved. That's how things are done in Race 3D.
No, it's kind of surprising when you say this, because I was doing some reading on 3D. Clash of Titans, that film was apparently given only 10 weeks for 3D conversion, and they couldn't give the results because 10 weeks apparently is very less for 3D conversion for a feature film, and you are saying you did it in a month. So
Like long back time you're talking about now. From that, technology evolved, methods change. Over the period of time, everything changes. So things changed a lot from that. So our background is from imaging itself. We are not just randomly coming and converting it. That is why our conversion technique is entirely different from normal. And if you watch HanuMan, you will feel that.
were there any like specific scenes that were particularly challenging?
As challenges, of course, every scene is challenge for us because it's all manually created. But we enjoy certain areas, especially towards the climax part and all. It was amazing. I mean, the kind of satisfaction which we get after seeing the output, it was brilliant.
Now, when we talk about 3D, I think invariably everyone thinks about Avatar. For Avatar changed the game for 3D in 2009. After, I think apparently in 2011 there were 80 3D films that released, which is more than one per week.
Correct.
Every Friday. But then that number has been reducing over the years. I think people were initially very excited to check out the format, and then they fell out of love with it. And like I said, there were some 3D films. Like, since I'm a viewer, I'm pretty sure there might be others who felt the same. Like, I'm giving extra money, but the experience is not that great or anything. Same happened with a lot of Disney films also. Initially, they were great 3D experiences, and then somehow it felt like it's not that special enough.
There are
So
one more angle to this. Initially, for people, 3D means coming out of screen. Everything coming out of screen, that is the 3D experience. But that trend is changing. 3D should be more natural. Like, it should be more of emotions conveying methods. It should be more depth should be more on the characters. Not just every shot should have a lot of things coming out. So if you had seen Avatar 1, there is a lot of things popping out of the screen, like particles, this and so we got so much fascinated about that.
Flowers, bubbles.
After that, if you check the Avatar Way of Water, which came in the second part, then more importance is given to the characters on the foreground and other things. That is how 3D is changing. So maybe people, some section of people who believe 3D is just out of screen things, they must have been disappointed. But now it is coming up in a very big way. All the big movies you take, they will have a 3D version.
Every that will have more shows also.
Yes, that will have more shows. People want more experience now. They're coming to the theater for getting something extra. Otherwise, they will think like, okay, we'll watch it in OTT. But movies, if you watch it in theaters in 3D, you will always be very happy. Especially HanuMan. I am very proud to say that this will be one of India's best 3D conversion.
Beautiful. And speaking of motion sickness, which is something that a lot of people say, right, that when they watch a 3D film, they get that they feel exhausted, or they get that headache, which is why James Cameron, he said that he increases the frame rate for in Way of Water for the sequences set inside the water.
Correct.
So what are some techniques, like how do you make sure that it doesn't strain the eye or the
There is something called as interocular distance. Like, your eyes is separated in a particular distance. So anything changes with this, you will start feeling little you will see multiple overlappings and all. So we keep very strict things with that. So we don't change anything. Whenever some scenes require too much depth and all, we adjust the layers according to that. Sometimes something is coming towards the camera too much, we'll have to adjust our pipeline according. So it is not just one pipeline we are putting into one movie. According to what is the requirement of the shot or the scene, we change it.
Okay.
And underwater sequence, see, have you heard of a movie called as Piranha?
I bought the DVD which had a 3D version, and they also gave those red and blue glasses. That was 3D conversion, right?
Yes.
And it got a lot of acclaim for good conversion.
We did the conversion for that.
For Piranha 3D, the first one, 2010.
Yeah, we did that.
Oh wow, man. Bro, I had the DVD for the longest time, along with 3D
It was initially
glasses.
planned for shooting in 3D, but there is a challenge for shooting in 3D, underwater sequence or anywhere. Both the cameras should shoot the same thing, but it's very difficult to control the environment. If imagine one element is coming to the one camera, a same element is not coming to the other camera, you'll feel strain. So now conversion is the best technique. Shooting is very limited. It's very difficult also, and post-production also takes a lot of time, a lot of expense. So that's why the best method of doing a 3D movie is conversion.
What do you see when you think about the future of 3D? Are you optimistic?
See, if at all we were not hopeful, we will never do the same thing from the first 3D movie. in India. Yeah, it is, 3D is evolving. It is always getting better. It is bringing more and more people to the theaters. And earlier there was not much device to see 3D. Once it is out of theater, there was no place to watch it. But now you can see it in VR headset, Oculus, whatever, or Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro. Every Samsung has its own VR versions, and they are bringing their own OTTs now. So 3D content demand is becoming high. XReal glasses came, you can watch 3D in that. Same theater experience you can watch, in travel you can watch. You can connect it to your phone and just watch it like that. So demand of 3D content is becoming more and more, but only the best conversion technique will survive.
Okay. Now finally, just give me your five favorite 3D films. My dear Kuttichadan, you have, that is a personal connection, I get that.
And not just
But
personal connection.
technically also,
Yeah, technically also it's very because at that time when there was no theaters in 3D, the visionary went to East
it
theaters.
needed two projectors, right?
Yeah,
Initially 3D.
Initially,
needed
yes, two projectors. Left and right was drawn from different. After that became one projector can split the image. Like that it evolved. Then I have favorite movies like what is it? Avengers movies I like.
Okay.
All the Avengers movies came in 3D I like. Avatar also. Avatar, of course, it's
Avatar has been maintaining that
yeah,
standard.
maintain that standard. But I like the trend which he brought. He's the master, of course.
What is he doing differently?
He's shooting the characters in 3D cameras, then he's merging the background and other things in conversion. So it is another technique which is very costly, very expensive it is. See, most of the, what my vision is like, or our company's vision, our founder's vision is like, most of the Hollywood or the other countries see India as like a labor place where the small work they will send, when we'll have to do the labor work and send it back to them, the main work will be done there.
Yeah.
We wanted to change that. We wanted to bring or make India or bring back India to the glory phase where we had a lot of knowledge. And whatever movies which we have worked, entire thing, the main work was done here. It was not labor job. And we want to spread this message to everywhere. Like India is capable of doing global standard things, and we have achieved also. That is why we are a part of Advanced Imaging Society, which is constituted by all these Marvel, Disney, Paramount, everyone, even IBM, Apple, everybody is there. And we received the World's Highest Technology Award in 2018 for the 3D. And proudly, we are the only Asian company to be a part of that.
Super.
Yeah.
Finally, five favorite 3D. You named Avengers.
So, Kuttichadan I like. I will
Kuttichadan,
not leave that.
Avengers,
Then Avengers, I mean Black Panther I like.
Black Panther, 2018 one.
Yeah. Wow, that was amazing. Then this Doctor Strange. That is very technically very amazingly.
It's a trip. That film is a trip.
Yeah, that is very amazingly done movie. Then this Avatar first and last part I love that. First and this Fire and Ash which
Fire
came.
and Ash.
In between, this is my personal thing. He was trying for a changeover from the foreground particles to the more the character thing. So the second part I feel it is little different, and the third part is amazingly done. The fire and ocean. So these are my favorite.
Life of Pi?
Life of Pi is also very nice. Yeah, it's very nice.
Life of Pi is one film that I remember very well.
Yeah,
but it was shot in 3D, right?
I think it was shot in 3D, yes, because it's very less people. Na?
Yeah, so nice.
So shooting the foreground characters will always look better.
Okay, Kiran, thank you so much. I know you have to rush to the airport now, but thank you. I wish we had more time, but we'll plan a longer one sometime. Sure. Thank you so much. All the very best.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Likewise.